I understand it, but it is more coming from the ego, you know. Many guys think that because, you know, the game you should learn by yourself, and if you need some help from a dating coach, then there is something wrong with you. So I understand, like, you know, why this thought is coming, but I said, like, I don't really care about anything. I just wanted to get laid. Simple. I just wanted to get laid. I don't really care about, like, you know, paying this and paying that. If I'm getting the results like these guys are telling, I'll be more than happy. I don't really want to be a dating coach. I'm happy with my job. I don't want to be a dating coach. We were doing it was the last day, and he said, like, man, you know, don't worry, you will be like me within. I understand, like, you know, my game is very tight, but in 2 years' time, you're gonna be like me. Don't worry, just keep on practicing what I teach you, and in 2 years of time, you're gonna be like me. I said, okay, why not? The type of skills and the confidence Deepak shows in his infields, you can get these skills for the first time through his brand new product, Dating Mastery. Join Dating Mastery now. It's no doubtably the best dating product on this planet, period. And if you don't like it in the first month, then you can also cancel it, no issues. Join Dating Mastery now, get laid, get girlfriend, and live a happy life. The link is in the description below. So hey guys, hope you're doing good. I'm doing good too. And welcome to yet another video. This video is not going to be a real pill video. This video is more about my bootcamp experience with Real Social Dynamics. Many people have asked me to make a video about my bootcamp experience with Real Social Dynamics with RSD. In the past, I did bootcamp with them, multiple bootcamp, 2 bootcamp actually I did with them. So in this video, I will talk about that. Today is like Saturday, really sunny, really good weather, but somehow it is closed here in Turkey. Maybe the virus situation is getting worse, so they closed it. And I was ill the last days, like for almost like 6 days. I was like staying at home, got some back injury and some cold. Now I'm fit, completely fine, and now again in front of you. So in this video, we will be talking about my bootcamp experience with Real Social Dynamics. So yeah, so I have to go back in past, in 2009, in 2010, when I was learning the game, trying to improve my dating life. So at that time also, there was another school of game quite famous, was mystery method. So whenever I talk about my journey in game, I never talk about mystery actually, because I didn't learn anything from mystery. So because when the mystery method, I checked the mystery method, the problem with mystery method was that at that time I never thought that he's like, you know, 6'5", good looking guy. I never thought like that. But this memorizing the routines, first of all with Indian accent, you memorize the routine, then translate them into German language. And I have like broken German language, not really, at that time I had like, my German language skill was also not really good. And you say something to the girl and some other, she will think something else, and it was like all messed up. So I just thought, like, you know, okay, I give up on that mystery thing. Routines and all is not going to work for me. I have to find something more different, more solid, more natural. So then I was looking some other guys, so I found this Real Social Dynamics at that time. RSD Tyler, he was like very charming, in the sense charismatic, and there were some other guys who were black dating coaches, but there was no Indian dating coach at that time. So maybe it is my like colonial mindset at that time. I was always thinking, like, I'm just telling the reality. I was thinking that like white people are more trustworthy. Like, so I would be trusting a white guy like RSD Tyler more than any other race at that time of talking. Even like more trustworthy when it comes to game. When it comes to even game, I will trust at that time. I was thinking that I will be trusting a white guy like RSD Tyler rather than if a guy is teaching game, he belongs to my race. I don't know why, but it was something like that I was thinking. So, and he also at that time make a lot of feel good kind of content, in the sense when you listen, okay, like looks don't matter, race don't matter, anything, these things don't matter, you feel really good. And really motivated to take action, which is also correct in one way. And so I was really hyped by them. I tried what they do in Germany in clubs, but it didn't work out. So I was thinking, one of my friend who is German, who said do some coaching with some German dating coach. There was some German dating coach at that time also quite famous. So, but I didn't went for them. I said if I want to spend money, that much money, then I will go for who is the biggest at that time, RSD Tyler, and RSD was really big at that time. So then there was a guy called RSD Brad. So that guy was really interesting. I remember I was watching his video, I was completely amazed. And he came to there was one famous kiss close video. He came in the club and he say hi and look at the girl, and somehow he go for the kiss. And I said this is the type of game I want to do. This is the type of game. He's he's a good looking Abercrombie model and 6'2", maybe 6'2", good looking. So that's the game I want to learn, and I had a friend at that time. He said he said that, dude, this guy is can't you see that he was short, but he was European, but he was short and not that good looking, fat. So he said can't you see that this guy is good looking guy? He's getting girls because of his looks. I said come on man, you are just jealous. He's getting girls because of game, and I can do the same thing. If I learn from him, I can do the same thing. So I was literally thinking that if I do the bootcamp with RSD Brad at that time, I will able to do the same type of game. I will learn, because his game was the most, if you know the old school at that time, from the old days, if you are from old days, this guy had the most chilled game. If you see in the videos, that guy had the most chilled game. The girl is not giving resistance, and everything goes smooth. So I was really interested in learning that kind of game. So I booked the Brad, RSD Brad, at the time, and he was coming to Berlin. On the first day we met in some hotel in Berlin, and we talk about all those things, and me and the two Austrian guys was also there. I was there, and there were two Austrian guys were also there. And I can say that I had done much more work actually before the boot camp. I was gaming much more, so I was much more smooth in at least approaching girls compared to these two Austrian guys. So we met, and then in the evening we went to the club. And the first day was more just get comfortable in the environment and all those things. So we did some approaches, and all the things. If you ask me now, the exact events happened in the boot camp. It's gonna be it's slightly tough for me to explain, but I will give you big moments. So in the first day, it was not too much happened. like motivating, sending the guys to one place to another place, like me sending to the girl approach, me getting rejected and something like that. All these things what he did. And actually what he teaches I was already doing in the in my city already, like just approaching girls I was already doing, so it was not a big problem for me at that time. So one day finish, there was nothing too much. We did some approaches, like, and then we finished the day, when we finished the night, and the next day comes, next evening come. So we had the dinner, and we went to the we had the dinner and we went to the another club, which was big club. And do I remember the name of the club? No, I don't remember anymore. So it was a big club, and I approached the girls. I asked at that time Brad to do some approaches with it. Now this is very interesting. So so he did one approach, but it was looked like it didn't went anywhere. So he did some approach. He was just talking and did approach with a girl, and it looked like it didn't went anywhere. But I can give him the benefit of doubt, because live demonstration sometimes a bit like it is not like you can get the result on the fly. Live demonstration sometimes is tough. Like you do the live demonstration and getting the results also from the live demonstration, it can happen. But it is still a bit like tough to do. But I didn't saw any kind of like kind of like some tension between him and the girl. It was just he's talking to the girl, and then the girl just leave, and then he said like this is how you build the sexual tension. This isn't that this and that. But I didn't know that much. I said maybe it can be work like that. The type of skills and the confidence Deepak shows in his in-fields, you can get these skills for the first time through his brand new product, Dating Mastery. Join Dating Mastery now. It's no doubtably the best dating product on this planet, period. And if you don't like it in the first month, then you can also cancel it, no issues. Join Dating Mastery now. Get laid, get girlfriend, and live a happy life. The link is in the description below. Now here is one interesting thing happened in the bootcamp. So at one time RSD was completely like to disappear. I was asking his assistant, where is this Brad? Where is Brad? So he said that when your game is very tight, then you just get the girl and leave with the girl. So they were saying that Brad has pulled a girl, and he's now like sleeping with her actually. So I said, okay, I don't know, like I want to talk to him, but anyway, like he pulled the girl and take this girl to his hotel and like banging her. Maybe good game, but I never saw him actually gaming the girl, actually, because I was all the time was surrounding Brad. I didn't saw him gaming the girl, any girl, and he just disappeared just like that. That was interesting thing. So later what happened, like 3-4 o'clock, the Brad came, and he never talked about like picking up any girl, pulling any girl. So what was happening, that instructor was literally lying to me that Brad pulled the girl and taking. Now he thought that Brad will never come to the boot camp, so he thought it is better to say that Brad has pulled the girl and we will meet in the morning, something like that. That was the plan. But suddenly Brad came out like around 3 a.m. or something, and he never talked about that pull or something like that. So that was literally a lie actually. They did. So I was thinking about like learning the chill game from Brad, and I thought at that time I thought like there are no possibility for me to learn game. So maybe why not like maybe I choose the wrong person. So why not I choose the RSD Tyler directly? Meeting the RSD Tyler would be the best option for me when it comes to learning game now, because I did with Brad, but it didn't work out that much. Let's try with RSD Tyler, like, maybe that will work for me. So I so there was at that time, I think they still have this thing, some model season boot camp in March. In Miami, they do some model season boot camp in around March time. They do, and the guys who have already done the boot camp with RSD, they can do it again. So I said, okay, like I asked my other friend, like I was very much I will not say like depressed, but I was putting everything, so like whatever it takes to get to get good with girls, so putting everything, what I had. So I asked my friend, like, I don't have the money right now. I'm like, but I really want to do this boot camp and I don't have money, so if you can give me some money. So he transferred like around 2,000, I think it was 1,700 euros he transferred, which is around like 2,000 US dollars, 1,700 euro he transferred in my bank. And then I booked this RSD Model season boot camp with them in Tyler. So literally I need to borrow money, and sometimes people say like, oh, I don't want to, sometimes people say like, oh, I don't want to, like, you should not spend any money in picking up girls, I think we should not spend any money in picking up girls. It is all good, because you don't really need you do not really need a dating coach. I understand it, but it is more coming from the ego, Many guys think that because, the game you should learn by yourself, and if you need some help from a dating coach, then there is something wrong with you. So I understand, like, why this thought is coming, but I said, like, I don't really care about anything. I just wanted to get laid. Simple. I just wanted to get laid. I don't really care about, like, paying this and paying that. If I'm getting the results like these guys are telling, I'll be more than happy. I don't really want to be a dating coach. I'm happy with my job. I don't want to be a dating coach. I don't want to do anything, and I'm just having fun with my girls, and all is good. So my friend Gaurav, he sent me the money, and he literally, like, he's one of my best friends. He really empathized with the pain I was having, like the sadness pain, like mild depression. So he said, like, like, अबे बहनचोद कुछ नहीं होता, like मैं पैसे भेज रहा हूँ, तू कर अपना boot camp कर. So he's saying, like, we speak in Hindi. So he's saying, like, whatever, like, I'm sending you money, do the boot camp and get the results. So he did this thing, and I booked the boot camp. So if you see, like, some people say, like, oh, you don't need to spend money, but I need to borrow money. So it depends on all, like, how strong you want the success. It's all depend. For me, it was like, I have no clue, like, how I get results. I was just doing cluelessly. I was just cluelessly walking. What the fuck, where I am? Let's go there. No, let's go here. So I was just cluelessly doing some game which was not bringing me any result. One bootcamp with Brad was not bringing me any result. So I thought, like, the only guy is maybe the master who is the, like, boss of Brad. Maybe that will help me. Why not? So then I booked, like, booked the flight and everything, hotel and fly to Miami. So it was like, at that time it was Brad, RSD Brad, Tyler, RSD Jeffy, and Derek. These were the, like, 4 guys doing this, like, model season boot camp at that time. This boot camp happened in 2011, and almost like now 10 years, more than 10 years, 11 years now. So so I give you the like big highlights what happened. So so that you get the idea. So we met in in a club in Miami, and he was doing like teaching like all this be free and all like approaching girls, and Tyler was interesting. He was like having that high energy, and when the uh, when the girl was like walking in the lobbies and also he was like approaching them at that time, showing like talking and then approaching girls, and we were like looking at him and try to like gain as much like experience from him by what he's doing. I mean, it was not looking that bad actually, high energy approaching, but we didn't knew at that time. I didn't knew like what is the real game. So I said it's okay, why not? But at the end, I wanted to get results. Like I'm paying so much money, I want to get results. So there was an interesting guy. There was one guy from Norway actually. He did gaming with me in. That guy did gaming with me in Berlin. Me and him gaming with me together in Berlin, and I knew for sure 100% my game was better, my energy was better, everything I had was better than him, that Norwegian guy. He was, of course, he was white and like better looking than me, but my game part was definitely better than him. That's for 100% sure. So I saw him also. He don't want to talk about it, but I saw him also in the bootcamp. I said, "Oh, you are also here." He said, "Yes, but I didn't want to talk because I want to make it secret." I said, "Okay, whatever. Like let's now do the bootcamp together." So we never talked about the bootcamp we are doing, but we just met there luckily in the same bootcamp we met together. So he was there, and there was there was one more minority. It was a Sikh guy from USA, but he was like ridiculously like kind of rich guy, some rich Sikh guy, and I was the minority. And that Sikh guy was slightly like having this like this Sikh guy had some problem with the reading the social cues, so he was a bit kind of socially weird, socially awkward guy. But the other guy and I was the only minority, with Sikh guy, and I was the minority in that boot camp. So we started to do the boot camp, and there was I give you the highlights. So one time, like Jeffy is an interesting character. Like people say, like, do Jeffy get laid with hot girls or people? He's famous. Like he get laid by ugly girls. He approach ugly girls. So I have seen him Jeffy in real actually. Jeffy RSD Jeffy in real. So he is a. I will make another video about Jeffy, like I made about Tyler, but from a dating coach perspective. But as a student perspective, as an observer, I will explain here. Like yes, Jeffy is having a narcissistic personality, and he approach when he's drunk. At that time, I don't know what is the situation now. Maybe he has given up the game, and he did approach ugly girls. Definitely, there was. Interesting thing was there was a guy from in the Jeffy team. There's an Indian guy who was like really like midget beast from Gandhi or something. I don't know what was that. And this guy was like really like narcissistic and even like insulting me for no reason. Anyway, the whole crew of Jeffy was like kind of narcissistic guys, was like like treating the student in a very bad way. So about RSD Tyler, I remember we were in one club, and the way I used to approach in Germany, it was like more like I don't need to be very high energy and approach and girl talk, and things go on. At that time I'm talking, but like when it comes to mid game, it just break and nothing happened when it comes to mid game and everything. So we had one incident in the club, and I was approaching the girl, hey, like something, and I of course, like Indian guys approaching, it didn't work out. So RSD Tyler came, and he said, like you have to be high energy, you have to be like caveman or high energy. So then he pushed me like hard to be that high energy guy. I understand, okay, that's fine. And that's interesting. So how to approach one girl, he said, like in my ear, like caveman them. So caveman this girl. So I said, okay, whatever. I was like shitting in my pants. I just caveman these girls, and okay, they're like, you build up that emotion very strongly, very high emotion, and it did work out. But after that, they just like, they were happy for like maybe 30 seconds, 1 minute, and then they just said, okay, we have to go. So they just like leave. So he said, you see, it worked out, it's worked out. But in reality, like so he said, like, you see, it's worked out. But in reality, I mean, nothing. Like in reality, it was not what I was like. It's like when you have a weak reality. So when you have a weak reality and somebody saying, you see, it is working out, then you start to think like, oh, maybe it is working out. Yeah, maybe it is working out, something like that. So that's okay. But the main problem was it was not going forward. I was not able to move forward in the interaction. So like mid part of the game, what I have to do after this thing. So I was just complete blank and just losing the girl at that time. Now, here's the interesting thing. This Norwegian guy, he pulled 2 times in the boot camp, and I was like shocked that this guy is. I was shocked that this guy is like. I am for sure, like when we were doing game in Berlin, I was helping him in getting rid of approach anxiety, helping in pushing him, getting very like helping in approach and everything. But this guy he pulled 2 times, and one time he pulled girl from one of the like top club in Miami actually, and I was just shaking my head that what is wrong with me? Like this guy is like doing so good. Like this Norwegian guy is doing so good, and I'm just even struggling to have having some conversation. So that was really shocking for me in a way. Of course, sometimes we start to compare. We should not compare, but as a guys, we always having this comparison mindset. And I was thinking, if we have the same kind of situation, circumstances, then why he is able to pull 2 times and got late 2 times, and I was even struggling in having a conversation, meaningful conversation. So anyway, so that happened. So one time, Jeffy and this Indian midget, this beast from Gandhi, I don't even know what was the name. I think something like that. So they were approaching some girl in the club, and I went to him, and I went to him wanted to as a student want to see how they are doing, and and then he said so he said, Jeffy said to me, I remember the words. So he said fuck off, you faggot. So he said to me, and I was like, okay, I just leave. So I just literally left from that interaction. He said, I remember, my memory is very strong in the sense strong. I mean, I cannot elaborate every single moment of the 11 years ago what happened, but I still remember the strong bullet points of that, boot camp, something like this. So I noticed that Jeffy is definitely like narcissistic, and he do treat like students a bit harsh, something like that, and so that was his personality anyway. So it was okay, whatever. So now it was interesting. One time we were doing like debriefing, and they were saying like, I have to caveman the girl. I have to caveman. I have to be more physical. I have to be like that kind of like animalistic, physical, meet the girl approach and all. So the problem was, I said like, I don't need to do these things in Germany. I just go and approach girls and they open fine. I don't need to do this caveman thing in Germany actually. So I said like, I don't know if it is true. I don't know if it is true or something like that. If it is really what they are saying is correct. So at that time I remember Jeffy went like, like completely like out of control. You motherfucker, what the fuck you are doing? What you are so good? So he was like literally like and I said like, what the fuck? He said, what we say is correct. Whatever you are doing is wrong. Whatever we are doing, whatever you do is wrong. Whatever we say is correct. So I said like, why he's speaking in that manner anyway. So I keep my mouth shut and I say whatever, like. So I was confused there that what is working, like. So if I as a dating coach now see myself, the problem was not the opening actually. Of course, when you are doing high energy approach, it may work in the start, but you don't have anything to say further. You don't know. You have no experience in like moving the interaction forward. That was missing. So I needed someone who can improve that part of the game. And RSD was more focusing on like only approaching part, just approach high energy and all the things, more or less on that part they are more focusing on. So I was like keep quiet at that time, and because I have paid the money, so I don't want to make them angry, and I didn't have to make it like this. So I don't want to make them angry. So I was keep quiet and listen to them. And they said like, I have to be more physical, more physical, more like physical with the girl. So anyway, what else we had in the boot camp? The thing was this Norwegian guy got late 2 times, and now I can clearly see why he got late 2 times. The Indian guy, he got banned from the club. He was thrown out from the club for his aggressive behavior somehow. And there are some other guys also who got, I think there was one other guy who got, Australian guy, good looking Australian guy who got late. And I can understand like why they got results, and I was like struggling to get anything in the boot camp. The type of skills and the confidence Deepak shows in his infields, you can get these skills for the first time through his brand new product, Dating Mastery. Join Dating Mastery now. It's no doubtably the best dating product on this planet, period. And if you don't like it in the first month, then you can also cancel it, no issues. Join Dating Mastery now. Get laid, get girlfriend, and live a happy life. The link is in the description below. So what happened on the last day of the boot camp? I was like I was feeling like, you know, I was feeling like my ego, like I have to do something, I have to get something, man. Like I will be the only guy who didn't got anything, not even a like not even like a kiss. So I was like desperate to do at least getting something, so that I feel good that I spent so much money in the boot camp, and like so much money literally in 2 boot camps, and I didn't got anything till the very end. So in that club I was like approaching some girls. So there was like a fat Indian girl who I approached, and she liked it, and then I was like, you know, like making out with her, and then I like try to take her to the second floor, and then I was like, you know, making out and try to like finger her or something like that. But at the same time, I was disgusted that what I'm doing, but I need to do something. I need to gather something. I need to tell something that I did. Like I told my friends in Germany that I am doing boot camp, and I can tell some story that I did finger some girl in the club. So, but in reality, like imagine, like, you know, if in reality, I'm telling you, if you see this type of girl as my girlfriend, now my career as a dating coach is gonna die immediately. It will die right on the spot. So you can say, like, you know, I mean, I'll be ashamed to go out, like, you know, with girl. I don't like how I say, like, I don't want to say bad thing about her, but I'll be ashamed to go out with girl like this on the street. So why I did? Because I want to also tell my friends in Germany that I did something, like, you know, something interesting happened at in the club. You know, in the boot camp, I had some success, like, you know, fingering, and though I was disgusted by her, and I said, like, in Germany, I would have never ever approached like this kind of girl. I would have never approached, even like I'm telling you, if like I am having a girl like this as a dating coach, as a girlfriend, my dating coach career will be dead right on the spot. So she was so disgusting, but I did it. And then Tyler asked me, like, you know, anything happened? So Tyler asked me, like, anything happened? So I said, yeah, I fingered some girl, like, you know, I make out and did some fingering and all these things. And he was, oh, yeah, my man, yeah, great, you did a good job, so you should be happy. I said, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm okay. So and then, like, we were doing it was the last day, and he said, like, man, you know, don't worry, you will be like me within I understand, like, you know, my game is very tight, but in 2 years time you're gonna be like me. Don't worry, just keep on practicing what I teach you, and in 2 years of time you're gonna be like me. I said, okay, why not? In 2 years of time I will be like him. So so we were doing the debriefing now, and so we were doing the debriefing, and so Tyler Jeffy was there, and I was like, up. My brain was complete, like, you know, up, that, like, you know, what is working, cavemaning or normal interaction? What should I do? I was like confused. So they are asking, like, you know, so what you learn, like, you know, so what are you happy about the boot camp? They're asking everyone the question, what are you happy about the boot camp? What you like about the boot camp? What are you happy about the boot camp? So So everybody was asking like, I like this, I like that. So when they came to me, so what you are happy about the bootcamp? I said, I'm happy that I am going back to Berlin tomorrow. I said, I'm happy that it was, I swear to God, this was my answer. I'm not lying. So if there would be anything I would have learned from the bootcamp, you have to see, if there would be anything I would have learned, I would have said like bootcamp is this, bootcamp is that. But I said, I swear to God, I said, I'm saying right now, I'm not lying. So literally that was the answer came. No. So I'm not gonna lie right now, like, oh, I want to say bad thing about RSD Tyler, but I swear to God that was the answer came from me, that the only thing I'm happy is like going back to Germany, going back to Berlin. And then then I said, what the fuck? And then like Tyler said, what the fuck? Jeffy said, what the fuck? What you're saying, man? What you did? So so then he said like, what, you only learn this thing. And then I said, oh shit, I so I thought like, I thought like, oh shit, I offended them, I guess. So I said, no. I learned also a lot of things in the boot camp. I learned a lot. I learned like, it was good. But when now it is coming like fake, it was coming fake from me, because I don't want to make them like, money is gone. It was the 5th day. I don't want to make them like, offended or something. It was good. I said it was good. And yeah, that's it. And so the boot camp was finished then. I fly back to Germany. And so this is like my experience. So now the question is like I will tell you one thing, like, the reason why I did the boot camp, there was no other option for me, and I was literally thinking that they are like the best in the industry. I mean, at least on the marketing perspective, they were really good in the marketing. They still like doing really good in the marketing part. So in that way, I choose them. I was trusting them more compared to even like somebody from my race or even black guy or something, honestly. So that was one of the reasons I chose them. And I was also brainwashed completely that race, accent, and all these things don't matter. Like in the bootcamp, I had like clear example. In Miami bootcamp, I knew for 100% like this Norwegian guy was much worse than me when it comes to game. But he got like pulled. He pulled 2 times. That guy pulled 2 times. So there is something wrong in the system. Then I started to see there is something is wrong. What they do, what they teach. I was not negative. I was still not negative. I was not looking to make any negative video about them. I was not really interested in any kind of like, they steal my money and all. I just said to myself, okay, I did RSD. Okay. And now I know for sure that this game is not working for me. At least now I know that this game is not working for me. I can shut down that thing and look for something new. So I started to look for something else, and I never ever thought about like in that time, like making some kind of like negative video or negative post about them. I said whatever happen. My money will never come back. My money will never come. So this is how it is. And at least now I know that this is the RSD, what the RSD teach. I don't need to focus on that. I have to look for something new, something other thing, to get the results what I'm looking for. And then I focus on that part positively and look for the solution. So sometimes many guys like become very negative, oh, one system is not working, and they start to blame dating coach. I can understand, because first of all, you are not, like, some guy is not getting laid, and then some dating coach come and take the money, and the money is gone, and they are still not getting laid, and then the frustration goes to that. Frustration goes to that to the dating coach, that this guy took my money. And if you see, I was incel at that time, and majority of the incels, they start to become very negative in this situation. The difference between me and them is that even if I spent money on RSD multiple bootcamp, I didn't went like toxic and negative, because all I want is my focus was only on, getting laid, getting good in dating life. So I didn't have time, honestly, I didn't have time to become negative on RSD at that time. So I completely cut them off and look for something new, some other thing we can try, to work on. And that's where I focused a lot. And that's why I'm here in front of you making this video also, finally able to got results, the type of results I was looking for. And the dating life I'm living, amazing dating life I'm living. So now if somebody asks me should I do RSD bootcamp, then I will say you should not really like doing any RSD bootcamp. I mean, maybe you will be thinking that, oh, because I'm a dating coach and saying something something about the other dating company. Actually, they are not teaching that much of game these days anyway, first of all, so they are gone. But but there are some other dating companies who are following the same kind of teaching structure than like them. So I will not recommend you to doing the bootcamp with these guys. In the future I will make videos about these dating companies, but this video is more of focus on RSD. So I will not recommend doing bootcamp with RSD. This is how it is. So what else? Tyler said that at that time he said that in 2 years you're going to be like him, or at least having the behavior like him in 2 years. So I started to see that, okay, 1 year gone, I was not even having the 50% of the behavior, or 1.5 years was gone, I was still stuck in the same kind of situation. And then I focused on another gaming school. I will explain you in another video about that. The another gaming school I focused on, complete discard the RSD and focus on another gaming school, and I will explain you another video. So this is the my story about RSD bootcamp. I did bootcamp with all these guys. In this model season bootcamp, I was coached by all these guys together, Tyler, Jeffy, RSD Brad, and it was Derek also. So I was more with Tyler and Jeffy, actually, more with Tyler actually. I will not say that he has a good game because of various reasons, but he is definitely very hardworking. So like one time he was like teaching the boot camp, and thus out of the blue he just told me to hold the camera and start to make videos. He was just started to speak, so it was like, so I was just thinking like, that's like he's like a machine, like a computer, who just turn on and just keep on going on and on. But in my curious case of Tyler, I explained you the type of personality he has, why he's able to do that kind of thing. If somebody says to me like, I'm in the boot camp, completely focused in the boot camp, and out of the blue somebody's like make a video for YouTube, I just cannot do it because my focus is completely, and my emotions and my focus is completely on one thing. I just cannot focus on another thing at that time. So yeah, that I explained in that video also, curious case of Tyler. So you should also watch that video. So hopefully I'm able to formulate in this video good. So I'm making this video after like, I was like sick for the whole week in the bed, lying in the bed in my hotel. In the model season boot camp, this Norwegian guy, he did got success, but if I see him now from when I completely understand the looks and status perspective, then I can clearly see him as a very high status guy, in a high natural status plus good looks guy, even if his like weak masculine behavior was compensating, even his weak masculine behavior was compensated by his looks and natural status. So when he says like for example in USA, he's from Norway, that gave him like good boost, and he did pull 2 times, and but for sure I will say that my game, my personality, my game at that time was much better than him, but my looks, my natural status was nowhere near to him. So maybe the guy who was like really good looking guy, Chad's really good looking guys, European, Western, maybe they can it will work for them. But for average guys, I will say this is RSD I will not suggest for average guys, even for average white guys, I will not suggest at all. But if you are Chad, if you are like good, really good looking guy, then there are like much other ways, like you can get laid these days. You don't really need boot camp, RSD bootcamp or something like that. I think RSD is not even teaching these days like dating and pickup. That I also want to add in this video. And yeah, so overall, I mean, for a minority perspective, I don't regret my decision, but for a minority perspective, it is completely a disaster. Going to RSD is a complete disaster. It is not going to work at all. They are not even really a good coach, because they just to be a good coach, dating coach, you have to have a good knowledge of what are the elements that contribute to results in pickup. What are the factors, and you cannot ignore these factors like looks and race, like natural status and looks. You cannot ignore these factors, and based on that, you have to develop. The dating coach need to develop his strategy. So based on these factors like natural status, looks, like race and all these things, the dating coach has to develop his strategy for a student. Because if you ignore, in the RSD, the problem is that they ignore these things, and then, like, you know, some people will never get results. Now it is not like, now the question is also here, like, you know, okay, with me, my teaching, like, you know, okay, maybe if somebody, guy from Norway, guy from Sweden will come to me, then I can't teach him, cannot teach him? No, I can teach him, but he needs just 20% of my 30% of my game. That's it. If a good looking Chad or good looking guy who come to me, and like Western guy, good looking guy is coming to me, and he want to learn game, then of course I can teach him, but he need much less level of game, much less level of effort, because the game level what I have is much higher. It is also work for, like, you know, guys with low SMV and guys with higher SMV. Of course, when your dating market value SMV is, like we said, DMV, dating market value is higher, then of course the game part is required is less. If it is lower, the game part required is more. So in RSD is that, if you see the dating coaches, they all have, like, you know, very high SMV, more or less they have a very high SMV. At least the guys who are showing some result in their hot seats. I would be really, like, amazed to see the hot seat of, you remember the guy RSD OZ. It would be interesting to see the hot seat of RSD OZ, you know, but they never release any product of RSD OZ hot seat, because they know that it is impossible for him to get results in front with the camera. It is almost impossible. So, because I guess, like, if he would have, like, bring some results like, you know, for himself in on the camera, that would be really, like, you know, interesting and really good product, because that guy is, like, short and ugly, but they never showed, they always showed some really good looking guys hot seat, which is also very easy to,
thanks so much,
which is also very easy to make. So yeah, that's what I want to say in this video. I want to add in this video. I mean, I will not suggest RSD teaching, RSD bootcamp. I mean, they're not doing bootcamp anyway, but yeah, of course, to have that, like, starting boost, starting inner game, starting, you know, giving you push, they are good. So it is not like they're completely, like, completely bad, completely crap. They did help me in the start when I was gaming, in my boosting my confidence, making me a bit deluded that I keep on gaming even with the rejection. I keep on, like, going on and on and on. So that part, they are really good and help me. So yeah, but spending, like, thousands and thousands of dollars on them, it is not making any sense, like, these days, in my views. So yeah, that's what I want to also add in this video. The type of skills and the confidence Deepak shows in his in-fields, you can get these skills for the first time through his brand new product, Dating Mastery. Join Dating Mastery now. It's no doubtably the best dating product on this planet, period. And if you don't like it in the first month, then you can also cancel it, no issues. Join Dating Mastery now. Get laid, get girlfriend, and live a happy life. The link is in the description below. So if you like my content, if you like it, then like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell button also. And yes, Dating Mastery will definitely come out. It is going to be coming out, and we see you in the next video. Take care, bye. The type of skills and the confidence Deepak shows in his in-fields, you can get these skills for the first time through his brand new product, Dating Mastery. Join Dating Mastery now. It's no doubtably the best dating product on this planet, period. And if you don't like it in the first month, then you can also cancel it, no issues. Join Dating Mastery now. Get laid, get girlfriend, and live a happy life. The link is in the description below. Also guys, don't forget to watch the playlist rock solid infield on this channel where I'm doing live flirt, picking up girls in front of camera, showing top level pickup and attraction skills. Also, don't forget to watch student transformation and testimonials where I'm teaching my students, showing full documentaries, student success and their testimonials also.